Okay, so I'm adding a few other things to the screen here, kind of playing around with, if there were more text to go in here, if that was a requirement, where that text could fit and things like that. And I'm working again just with alignment and all the things that we've to date been talking about. So what I'd like to show you now is I've brought in, so this is the Sprinter camper van, and so now I'm bringing in what might be desirable to have in here, which would be like maybe some little drawings. So I've placed this within the grid, and now I'm just going to make a small, kind of like a small little rectangle so that I can crop out parts of this image over here that I don't want. So I'll make my rectangle, and now I'll select both my rectangle and my, the artwork in the back, this little kind of drawing. And I'll come over here to Object, and we'll do a clipping mask. And by doing that, I can mask out the parts of that art that I don't want. And again, I'm just kind of taking advantage of this grid system and trying to figure out how to best organize this material. So let's let's maybe do that again. Let's bring in our van picture again, this side. Okay, so let's see, and then I think I'll just sort of size it, maybe something like that. I don't know, we'll see after we get it in here how much room we actually have. So maybe with this, I want to use this area of the grid right here to fit, a full horizontal look at this. Okay, so that's pretty good. And maybe I'll actually want to use both of these things. So let me actually up this a little bit in terms of size so that I've got it going up and down appropriately there. And then I'll just make sure that, again, using the grid, I'm fully contained as fully contained as I can be. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll come back over, we'll get another rectangle, place that on top so that I can mask everything else out. And again, the rectangle that you're using for masking has to be the top layer. So now we'll make a clipping mask, and then I can see where the art is. So if I need to, move the art a little bit, I can still do that, no problem. Okay, so now I sort of have some nice areas here, and if I want to, I can take these, and if I'd like to take their opacity down at all, I can do that. Okay, and so I could also come over here and sort of look at these in different areas if I think that they might work a little bit better somewhere else. But again, I'll continue using that grid to whatever advantage I can. And so at this point, I might actually crop that in a little bit. And okay, let's call that quits for now. Now, what I want to do again is I want to just take a look at this without without everything, and so that's kind of what I'm where I'm at this point, and I'm kind of liking that. And the grid is helping me to decide where to place things, how to use alignment, and things like that. You'll notice proximity is being used down here to group these things together, and so that reads as a nice group. There's plenty of contrast. We have repetition in color, which is awesome. We have repetition in shape. We have alignment all over the place. I mean, the whole thing is aligned because of the grid. So anyhow, these are some ideas about using a grid for alignment.